Good. Might get rid of that. I was going to have a chat about it later, but I don't mostly know, I would say. Unless it becomes absolute chaos, which it might well be with everyone yelling over each other. Yeah, we're all on the same team. We're all going to be in the same voice channel. And obviously, if you've got Cap, Cass, and Seed and everything going on at once, it can get a little bit shouty. But we'll see. If people then can't hear what each other are doing, then maybe we might have to, I don't know, maybe split into different voice chats on Discord, and then have or Alpha, Bravo, or Charlie. Doesn't really matter. So yeah, if it gets chaos, which it almost certainly will. But right, I'm going to start this live stream then. The one thing I will ask, as a favour to myself, if you keep the swearing to a minimum just for the first 10 minutes, because apparently YouTube only looks at the first 10 minutes and then punishes people.
Monetization period.
It just doesn't recommend you to as much if you've got a lot of swearing in your content for some reason. I don't know if it's true. It's more of a folklore than anything else, but we'll see.
Well, wait. If Tiddles needs to get things out of his system, do it now. Do it now.
That's some swear words.
Yeah, just
shit, wank, bollocks, tits, arsehole.
That's the one.
Okay.
Yeah, get it out now.
Of course, the second I join the stream, that's the first thing I hear.
He's back.
How you doing, MPG? You all right?
Very well, thanks. Very well. How is everybody?
Good.
Oh, wow, there's a crowd here. Crikey.
There is a crowd, isn't there? It isn't normally like this, Diddles. It's not like you've been away and it's... What on earth was that?
That's why there's so many people here. It's because Tiddles is back.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tiddles is back. Things are back to normal.
Shut up. Nobody likes an arse kisser.
No, he was pointing out more like you're like a Victorian freak show, mate.
Yeah,
So I resemble that remark.
Right, there you go.
I'm playing Hunt the Double A because they're my controller batteries have
sticks
died.
have run out, have they?
They've run out in me VR controllers.
I've got some here, but they ain't much good here.
Mine have been telling me they're low for about 6 months. Still alive somehow.
Yeah, mine have actually died. So
that sucks.
Max, have you recovered from having to fly 2D last night?
Oh, it was so painful. It was. I just felt poor.
What did you
First
have?
world problems.
My VR didn't charge for some reason, so I had to fly flat screen with no.
I thought he was talking about an illness, like a real one.
Have you got over 2D yet, Max?
I was like, that sounds like a horrible disease. 2D.
It was hideous.
Not as good as Double D, but you know, whatever.
No.
right, here we go.
Right. Okay, I'm gonna go say hello to the nice people at home, and then I'll come back, and then Geezer's gonna do you a briefing. Well, no, all the nice people are here, right?
No, I'm here.
Oh.
Debatable.
I'm getting nasty looks off the missus now.
Really nice in the beginning.
If anyone knows you. Right, be right back. 2 seconds.
Poor woman.
1, 2, thumbs up.
2.
Right.
Yeah, you're not going to go up the shop now, are you?
Tiddles, is it Starfield you've been playing recently?
Star Citizen.
Star Citizen.
Yeah. Has M been giving you horror stories about how much money I spent?
No, I'm
No.
I've never played it. I'm genuinely.
I may have
curious
mentioned
about
it to one or two people.
I've recently sold my Star Citizen account.
Yeah. How much for? I might be doing that soon.
Well, he's driving round in a Ferrari
for
now.
$2,000.
Okay.
All right, we're live to the people. Let's get this road on the show. Can everyone see Geezer's screen? Because Geezer opted to do the pep talk this evening.
Unfortunately, in VR, so I can't see his screen.
Okay, you have to have a listen. It makes sense anyway. So I'm
Some
going to put it on the
poor
screen. For you.
unfortunate foot slogger running towards an alley.
That's him.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you can see me. All right. Operation Soul Survivor. That's what we have to do tonight, and meet Jeff. Jeff's a corporal. He was in a column. His unit was attacked by ground forces. Everybody's KIA except Jeff. Jeff was on his way home to get married, and our mission is to rescue him. So he
Save
can.
poor sod from getting married.
No, he wants to get married, but he has a grumpy mother-in-law, future mother-in-law. So yeah, we need to succeed. Here's the situation. Jeff is somewhere northeast of Meta. His exact location is not known, but we suspect he's one of these 4 locations here. He has a transmitter on him, and this is the frequency. The transmitter will start transmitting once a friendly helicopter is within 1,000 feet of him. He will also deploy blue smoke. Now, the helis. You can take off from these FARPs here. You need to find, locate Jeff, and bring him back to the MASH unit right here. And enemy presence at the area is heavy, so yeah, you must destroy as much of them as possible. Jets will be taking off from 2 airports in Beirut, the Tala, I think, and their job is to provide cap and CAS in the overall area here. Now, when the mission starts, Jeff will briefly transmit his coordinates. Then he goes radio silent, so you need to write them down. So as I said, he will start transmitting once a helicopter is within 1,000 feet of him. And you have the frequencies for both Jeff and the MASH unit. Ground threats, a little bit of everything, mostly. You got infantry, broken losses, man pads. There are 2 SA-11s, some SA-3s, Shilkas, Tunguskas, Strelas, AAAs, lots of AAAs, so be careful. Air threats consist of Su-27, Su-25s, and Hinds. Somewhere in the area of operations, there's a cow. Do not, under any circumstances, shoot the cow. The cow is packed with explosives. It will obliterate everything. Any questions?
Why is the cow explosive?
He always is.
Yeah, it's our thing.
It harks back to like my 4th ever YouTube video where I put a cow on the end of a runway and I accidentally made him like 10,000 pounds of explosive. So since then he's 10,000 pounds of explosive, and we've just left. Every now and again he just turns up, and if you hurt him, even if you just slightly damage him or nick him, or an explosion goes off near him, he explodes and takes everything out. So
Amazing.
don't damage the cow.
Yeah,
So,
if it goes,
shoot the cow, go home early.
Yeah, exactly that.
If it goes moo, don't shoot it.
AWACS?
Yeah, there's an AWACS.
Yes. There are 3 AWACSs. as in
Hmm.
there's one, and then when that one dies, the next one takes off. Then when that one dies, the next one takes off, and then after that, you're on your own. So protect the AWACS.
Is AWACS the correct plural?
Yeah, that's definitely the right plural. AWACS, maybe.
Waxopodes.
um, yeah. So there's 3 of them, and they replace each other. So once the third one's gone, there's no more. The budget doesn't allow for it.
Do the enemy have an AWACS?
They have got 1. You can take it out if you want.
Yeah.
The only thing I was going to note in that I don't think was overly clear was Jeff doesn't just turn the ADF on when you get within 1,000 feet. The ADF's on the whole time. He goes radio silent until you're within 1,000 feet, and then he puts smoke on. So the ADF's on the whole time for you to do, like locate him if you're using Huey and stuff like that, or the Apache.
I might just take a Chinook for this one.
Yeah, it shouldn't have got ADF yet.
Probably not.
No,
So
but
it'll
he
be
does.
Mark 1 eyeballs.
He does one. He does give you some coordinates right at the beginning of this mission. So if you've got a pen and paper, jot it down because
Yeah.
he gives them out once right at the beginning before he goes radio silent. So yeah, get
sounds
ready to
good.
take those down. What else was I going to say to you? There's another point I was going to make. No, don't remember.
It couldn't have been important.
No, I'm sure it'll come up at some point later. I was a bit concerned about the amount of people and comms. As always, we try and keep the Sunday fun days. So I don't mind us all being on one. If someone's giving good information, I guess important information, just try not to shout over them. If it's what you're saying is not as important, I guess. If it gets really bad, we may have to split up onto different chats on Discord. So have like a bombing one, a CAS one, and a CAP one. And I guess if we're doing bombing and we need a bit of CAP, we'll have to jump into the CAP one and go, hey, come give us a hand, and then jump back in and do it like that, I guess, just to try and stay off of SRS. I mean, as much as SRS sounds cool, not everybody has success with it and technical issues and stuff. So, and it's nice to keep it a bit more friendly and chilled on a Sunday and have a bit of banter. Any other questions?
Anything else?
Crickets.
Okay.
What was that?
Yeah. What's the
I
password
said,
for
I
the
said
server?
Q crickets.
I will give you that on the general chat in just one moment, as soon as we're ready to go, because I want to make sure that we're all in there for when he gives out the coordinates. So I'll
Yeah,
reset the
that
server
might help.
quickly.
Yes,
Yeah,
there are
mate.
no.
And what's the server name? Just Rossy-Gee's.
It'll be Rossy-Gee's private server, not Rossy-Gee's combat server.
All I heard
Alright,
was
cool.
kill the piano.
Because he's
right?
so posh, he's got 2 servers.
Yeah. Again. So if we get someone that's picked him up, we kind of need to surround them on all 4 sides, or maybe even all 6 sides, and just make sure they don't take a missile or any AAA or anything, and just really make sure they get home safe. Because that would suck to get all that way. And as usual, I might have overdone it slightly with the AAA. So.
Oh, God.
Rossi,
It
do
is.
in-
It is everywhere.
Do we need to go up in A10s first and like kill stuff, or
I think that's what I planned to do. So a bit of altitude. I mean, obviously the Apaches can work their way across systematically, one section at a time, and probably take out quite a bit of stuff. But the issue with going straight up in A10s is those SAM sites cover almost the entire AO between them. Yeah, so there's 2 SA-11s at the 2 main airfields, and then the smaller No, you can wrap up your thing if you like.
Okay. Yeah, that was. If there are no more questions, happy hunting.
Thank you, Geezer.
Nice. Nice. No, I was just wondering to break comms up if it was worth fixed wing in one channel, rotary in the other. That was all.
Yeah, what do we think?
I think that'd work quite well.
I've got no issues.
Yeah, either way.
Okay. So we'll, if you want, should we keep fixed wing in here and put helos in the other one? In just any of the others, just pick a random one and we'll make that the helo channel. The only issue with that is obviously is if you need a little bit of cap, you're gonna have to pop into the other one and say help.
Maybe we can try it in a single channel.
And then having one SRS channel, like 251, where we can call each other if we need each other. But if everybody doesn't have SRS, then that's not going to work. So, but I think we'll give it a go. We'll try and because it's Sundays are social, aren't they? So
If one in each group has SRS, there's no problem.
yeah, I
They
guess
can also
so.
be relay.
Well, we'll keep 251 open anyway.
251.
If we decide we're going to use SRS, then we'll use 251. But obviously,
In
shout
case
out
of
when it's
emergency.
called. Yeah. So if we need it, we'll do it that way. Yeah. Okay. I think we're ready. There was one more thing I had to say, and it's gone again. Those of you who've not flown with us before, Sundays are a very chill thing, so you don't have to choose an airframe and stick to it. If you want to do a start with, do a bit of bombing, then you
the other week.
yeah. I imagine it's going to happen again. There's a fair bit of AAA out there. So, right, I'm going to put